on top. How about the debut for Gabe Kapler? 4 hits, 2 doubles, a triple, a single, and 3 runs batted in. And what a night.
Right down that line to drive in a couple of runs. Gets congratulations from Dallas Williams, and the crowd in the bleachers really respond between innings. That's going to be a pretty nice feeling for him, huh?
Certainly does.
Released by Colorado, and what a night to be back in the big leagues.
And in the thick of things here in Boston, and a terrific beginning. As Doug, this one is headed towards the plate and chopped outside a third, foul. As Wakefield back out on the mound. Warnings have been issued, so if the knuckleball gets away from Tim Wakefield, we might have
what do you ejections.
Miguel Cabrera, third baseman for the Marlins, 0 for 1 with a walk. Sends it to third. Tough play for Miller. Makes it look very easy for out number 1. Boston Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by your Lincoln Mercury dealers, Samuel Adams Boston Lager, your New England Toyota dealers, and by Citizens Bank. One down for Alex Gonzalez. Is 1 for 2. Swinging and missing at the first pitch. Well, the 7 runs for the Red Sox in an inning. Most since last night. It's not been a long time since they come up with a lot of runs in an inning. It's 7 runs in the bottom of the 6th. The lead at 9-2. This is in the air to center field. Johnny Damon jogging in and under.
You know, Don, I don't know what the record is for any Red Sox club as far as hitting around in innings, but it seems like it's happened an awful lot this year with this Red Sox offense.
Well, I think we knew heading into this season this team was going to hit a lot, but I think I'm still pretty surprised by the amount of offensive numbers this team has put up. To left, Ramirez to his left, makes it interesting, but still gets the job done. Up off the shoe tops for out number 3. Red Sox lead at 9-2.
Southeastern University of Fenway Park, operated by none other than Paul Revere. Buses will depart every 10 minutes, beginning 90 minutes before every Red Sox home game. Return to the station at Northeastern up to 1 hour after the game. So whether you're parking at the Renaissance Garage at Northeastern or taking public transportation, remember to take the Red Sox shuttle operated by Paul Revere to and from Fenway. For more information, visit redsox.com.
Bottom of the 7th inning, and Nate bumped back out on the mound to get the final out of last inning, and he's back out there for the 7th in his major league debut. The right-handed reliever for the Marlins, facing Doug Mirabelli. Mirabelli, the only member of the starting 9 tonight for the Red Sox not to have a hit. Mirabelli, Sanchez, and Damon bat in the inning.
Before it gets too late, Don, I want to wish happy anniversary to 2 very close friends of mine, John and Kathy O'Rourke, celebrating their 28th anniversary. And I'll tell you, if you took a picture of the perfect couple, really, the perfect marriage, that would be it.
I always thought it was you and Phoebe. To left, deep, short. Gonzalez to first, and not able to hold on to it is Derek Lee. In and out of the glove. The throw appeared to be there. Mirabelli not blessed with the best foot speed, and quite a play from the shortstop Alex Gonzalez.
Yeah, that's a real nice play by Alex Gonzalez. Very similar to what we see Nomar do, going to that hole, the off-balance throw, but the throw can't quite get there all in the air on a hop, and Lee cannot hold on to it. So an infield hit for Doug Mirabelli.
Well, the first of the year for Doug, and now everybody in the starting 9 for the Red Sox has at least 1 hit.
And I often ask the O'Rourkes what the key is to such a successful marriage, and they don't talk to each other.
They live in separate quarters. Freddie Sanchez 1 for 3 in the ball game tonight. Also want to send along best wishes tonight to Gene O'Donnell of the Springfield Union News, who is a sports writer there and does a very, very good job. Recently had a stroke, and we understand that he's doing much better, and is a very nice man, Gene O'Donnell. We certainly wish him the best, and all those who read Gene O'Donnell in the Springfield Union News certainly wishing him well. 0-2 to Sanchez in the dirt outside. 1-2. Chopped foul outside of third over by the Marlins dugout.
Don, sounds like you have something to say about Wakefield's performance.
No, not really. I think he's done a great job.
He absolutely has. Kind of goes overlooked a little bit in this game with the Red Sox offense again. But remember, this guy's coming off a game where he had to leave the mound because of a bad back.
Really has been overshadowed by all the offense and the runs for the Red Sox. Tim's thrown 83 pitches, 58 for strikes. And after giving up single runs in the first and second, has shut down the Marlins over the last 5 innings. An extremely fast inning last inning, and the Marlins went 1-2-3. He's now retired 7 in a row. In the air to right field, Juan Encarnacion underneath the fly ball and makes the catch for out number 1. Let's check in with Eric Fried. Eric.
Time now for our Citizens Bank Not Your Typical Fans of the Game. The Green Monster seats. It's been the place to be here on a Saturday night because Manny's been putting on a show. And of course we had Nomar's home run that came right here to Michael Pabian. His brother Brian here as well. They're from Bedford, Mass. Tell us, as that ball's coming to you, the thrill you must have felt.
Yeah, I didn't really get a chance to think about it much. You know, it's coming right at me. I'm just glad I didn't drop it because would have looked like an idiot. But
Don and Jerry would never let you hear the end of it. Brian, you tell me about this play because he's a good ball player. He proved it to us all.
He is a star. He didn't even have to stand up. He was just like, I was right in his glove because he plays baseball just as good as Nomar.
There you go. Well, there you have it. A perfect selection. And the best part is Dad and Mom. Dad waited in line to get these monster seats back in March. So it all pays off on a beautiful summer night here at Fenway. Our Citizens Bank Not Your Typical Fans. Good job, guys.
All right, Eric, thanks very much. That's great.
Well, 2 things. First of all, what a wonderful interview. I mean, he would be a great post-game guest, you know, to talk about the game. Very well spoken. And how about the love with his brother? I mean, usually
some high praise.
Usually you don't get that kind of praise from a sibling, you know, generally. They're at each other's throat, but right here you can see the affection.
Conducting his own mini interview.
Yeah.
Takes a strike, 3-1.
I believe his shirt said he's a certified Yankee hater, I think.
I didn't get to see the bottom, but I'm told that's exactly what it says. Yeah. Lehman sends it to third. Cabrera to second for 1. On to first, not in time. They haven't been able to beat it out. Mirabelli retired at second base, the lead man for out number 2.
Johnny Damon, always one of the toughest guys in the league to double up. Matter of fact, he's 10th in the league in that category. You know, and a lot of it's because he doesn't hit a lot of balls really up the middle where they can double him up. And of course, he's got the great speed, and he seems to be running out of that box fairly quickly. So he's very tough to double up at first base, even though that ball was hit pretty hard right at the third baseman.
There's Bill Miller, who's been on base twice tonight. He's walked and doubled. He's also scored a run. Red Sox are out hitting the Marlins 14-5 as they bat here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Now here's an example of baseball etiquette. You have the 7-run lead in the 7th inning, and you notice they are not holding Johnny Damon on at first base. So they're saying to him, do not run. And I don't think you'll see Johnny run.
Field line bent foul. And that was one of the questions today before the game to Gregory Little, whether or not some of those unwritten rules have changed recently, maybe in the last 5-10 years with so many great comebacks from other teams. When is enough? And is the ballpark a factor like Fenway where you can score a lot of runs quickly?
Now, a lot of things come into play. But this is one of those unwritten rules. And mean, especially after what happened last night, you know.
Running now would not
probably not be the good thing to do, especially when the first baseman is not holding you on.
Up and away, and it evens up at 2-2 to Miller. Action in the Marlins bullpen. Nate Bump has been on since last inning. In his major league debut. On for the starter, Tommy Phelps. In 5 2/3 innings, giving up 11 hits, 7 runs, walked 3, struck out 3. Since Bump has come on, he's given up 2 runs of his own. Bump, 6'2", 180 pounds, 26 years of age, and resides in Jupiter, Florida during the offseason. Full count now to Bill Miller.
Now you can run. 3 and 2 outs. You don't stay there now. You run.
That's within baseball etiquette.
Yes, 3-2 outs. Yes, you go.
And there he goes. Ball 4. He walks in.
Well, keep cool as the summer heats up. Sport your summer threads. Get your Major League Baseball authentic caps, jerseys, T-shirts, and more at RedSox.com. The RedSox.com shop for all things baseball.
Two down, 2 on. Nomar Garciaparra's homer doubled, walked, and grounded out. And has driven in 4 runs tonight. Home run back in the 4th inning, a 2-run shot. Tied the score at the time at 2-2.
It's interesting. We had a shot of Wakefield in that dugout. He was kind of standing in the runway and probably standing like that to continue to stretch his back out so he doesn't get too stiff between innings.
Strike 2 to Garciaparra, 0-2. I have to say that when he left that game last time, I thought there was no chance.
Yeah, that had DL written all over it.
He really needed assistance to get to the dugout. And the inning before, after he went back and watched, he had trouble getting off the mound. Chop to third. Cabrera looked at second, but fires to first to get Garciaparra, and the inning is over. We played 7 from Fenway, 9-2 Boston. 9-2. Red Sox on top as we head to the 8th. And the bleachers pumped up tonight, as are the Red Sox. 9 runs, 14 hits. And Tim Wakefield back out on the mound. 81 pitches deep into his outing, dealing with the leadoff hitter Juan Pierre, who's been on base all 3 times tonight. 2 hits and a walk for Pierre. Has 2 stolen bases tonight and has scored a run. In there for a strike, 2-1. Orsillo and Jerry Remy. Our producer tonight is Russ Ken. Director Mike Narachi. Associate producers Greg Petranzio and Paul Carroll. Handles our statistics as into center field goes Juan Pierre with his 3rd hit of the night. And a leadoff hit here in the 8th.
2003 Boston Red Sox official yearbook featuring full-page photos of each player on the Red Sox roster is now available. To order this 190-page collector's edition, send a check for $15 to Yearbook, P.O. Box 1616, Boston, Mass. 02130.
So Pierre has been on base 4 times tonight. The leadoff hitter for the Marlins. He stands at first. Luis Castillo. He was 0 for 3 tonight. Reached last time on an error in the 5th inning. 34,804. At Fenway tonight, a fair ball just inside the line, kicks off the box as Ramirez coming on, tried to decoy the runner. The throw is not in time. So Pierre gets to third And the Marlins all of a sudden with 2 on, nobody out here in the top of the 8th.
Pretty good gamble taken there by Pierre, down by 7 runs, but I think unfamiliar with Fenway is the reason he took this gamble. Watch this ball right over the bag, and then it bounces back out to a spot where Ramirez has to charge and throw off balance. Now let's see the tag. The tag is on the foot, but it looks like the hand is on the bag.
At the corners, nobody out, and Rodriguez sends a one-hopper knocked down by Sanchez. He flips underhanded, not in time. In from third base comes Juan Pierre with the 3rd run for the Marlins, and the first time they've scored since the 2nd inning.
Kind of a soft line drive out towards Sanchez. Sanchez took a step back and then back in, and all he can do there is try to knock the ball down. Underhand flip to first base, but Pudge Rodriguez, running hard all the way, will beat it out.
Well, they give him a hit, an infield hit for Ivan Rodriguez, and an RBI.
He's starting to get some action now out in that Red Sox bullpen. Mike Timlin loosening up.
Mike Lowell, the DH, the batter for the Marlins, 0 for 3 tonight. He's tried out twice, actually 3 times. And strike 1 to Mike Lowell. So 3 hits in a row for the Marlins to begin things here in the top of the 8th, and a run. Juan Pierre single, Castillo single, Rodriguez has single to drive in a run. This is popped up right side of the Boston infield. Freddie Sanchez makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
Now, this copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. In addition, the accounts and description of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Boston Red Sox.
One down for Juan Encarnacion is 1 for 3. In the air to left, hit very well. Ramirez headed back, looking up, and that ball is gone. A 3-run home run for Juan Encarnacion, his 11th home run of the year. And the Marlins are back within 3. It's now 9-6.
We mentioned early in the game that Encarnacion was 3 for 11 coming into the game against Wakefield. 2 of those hits were home runs. He adds another and gets the Marlins back in the ball game. And that's going to be the night, it looks like, for Tim Wakefield as Grady Little makes his way to the mound.
So Tim Wakefield leaves here in the top of the 8th, the longest outing of the season for him, as the Red Sox have a 3-run lead on top 9-6, and Mike Timlin making his way in. We'll come back and have his numbers for you as we step aside from Fenway Park. Back at Fenway Park, 9-6, Red Sox on top as the Marlins have come up with 4 so far in the 8th. As we take a look at the game summary so far, Gabe Kapler in his Red Sox debut, 4 for 4, a couple of doubles, a triple, and 3 runs batted in. Garcia Parrs had quite a night, including his 12th home run. And everybody, the Red Sox starting 9 has at least 1 hit. Tim Wakefield has just left after 7 1/3, giving up 6 earned runs on 9 hits, walked 2, struck out 2. The Marlins starter Phelps, who's on the hook for this one, went 5 2/3, giving up 7 runs on 11 hits. The Red Sox are out hitting the Marlins 14-9, and they'll use their second pitcher of the night, Mike Timlin, into the game.
Mike Timlin making his 34th appearance for the Red Sox, a record of 3-2. He has 2 saves on the season. Last time he worked was Wednesday against the Tigers, an inning in that game, and did have a strikeout. No hits, no runs, no walks. And here's that warning given to Timlin by the home plate umpire the warning that happened much earlier in the ball game. Just a reminder to those guys coming into the bullpen in case they missed it. Remember last year when somebody missed it for Tampa Bay?
I remember that.
Remember that?
Yeah, yes, I do. I can see it would happen. Well, sometimes they're not totally focused on the game down there in the bullpen. Tim Wakefield threw 93 pitches tonight, 66 of them for strikes. Derek Lee stands in just in time to take strike one. With a single in the second, 1 for 3. Chop foul, 0-2 now to Lee. Red Sox coming in at 46-32. Well, the Florida Marlins have been right around 500 this season at 40-41 heading into tonight's action. Marlins 12 games back at the Atlanta Braves to begin the night. High hopper. Nomar elevates, comes down with it, and throws Derek Lee out. Wow, Garcia-Parra making the adjustment on the pursuit of that one, even after the high hop up off the lip of the grass.
Yeah, that ground ball hits right where the grass and the dirt meet, and watch it just bounce right up right there to Garcia-Parra. Makes the play over his head, and then fires that ball to first base to get the out. That's an unexpected hop. And fortunately, it was up high and didn't stay low.
So 2 down in the inning for Miguel Cabrera. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Marlins, who trail by 7 runs coming into the inning, now trail by 3 as they've scored 4 times here in the top of the 8th inning. A big blow, a 3-run home run by Juan Encarnacion. This is fouled up above us and to the right. Encarnacion has a brother, Angelo Encarnacion, who played in the Red Sox farm system. Played at AAA with the Pawtucket Red Sox for a season. A former catcher. The 0-2 misses away. He doesn't chase. 1-2 now to Cabrera. Mike Timlin in relief of Tim Wakefield tonight. Wakefield going 7 1/3 innings, charged for 6 runs. Fouled off the right side, still 1-2. It's one of those nights where you look at Tim Wakefield's line in 7 1/3, 9 hits, 6 runs. And you may think that he didn't have his best stuff tonight, but he pitched very well.
A terrific outing, and a terrific outing with a bad back.
Tipped and held onto by Doug Marabelli for strike 3 at the end of the top of the 8th inning. 9-6 Boston. Quite a night at Fenway Park, and the debut of Gabe Kapler has been outstanding tonight with 4 hits. The defense has been outstanding. The pitching and a squeeze play converted in this one. It has been quite a night as the Red Sox not only have done it offensively but defensively, and a tip of the cap from Gabe Kapler to the Fenway faithful tonight who have appreciated his effort in his Red Sox debut here tonight, and the Red Sox lead at 9-6 as we head to the last of the 8th inning. If anybody gets on, Kapler will have a chance to bat in the inning, and again we'll have another chance to complete the cycle here tonight. Ramirez 2 for 3 in the game with a walk, swung so hard that his helmet came off.
Yeah, Manny, ever since he had his haircut, his helmet's been falling off more on some swings. Yeah, that was what Manny had a long time ago.
That was last year.
Yeah.
Year 1 will miss. Is that his real hair?
That guy in the seat? Oh, yeah. Absolutely. That's not a rug. That's his. It's not a piece, a rug, plugs, anything. It's his hair.
The for a strike. 1-2 now to Ramirez. They bump back out there again as he has gone an inning and a third in relief in his major league debut. Nobody behind him in that Marlins bullpen right now, warming up. Ramirez rolls one down the third baseline. Rodriguez out, and he's got an amazing arm. Throws out Ramirez at first base on a very aggressive play for out number 1.
Well, Pudge Rodriguez, the longtime Gold Glove winner in the American League, now in the National League. And one thing Rodriguez loves to do is show off his arm. When you have an arm like Pudge Rodriguez, you like to show it off. Bounces out from behind the plate, a little spin around and strike to first base.
10 consecutive with the Rangers. It certainly seems so strange to see him with somebody else. Now a member of the Florida Marlins. Some talk at one point that he may go to the Orioles. That ends up with the Marlins. One out. Ortiz. One hopper off the glove, and Castillo stays with it and throws out Ortiz. Good play at first base by Derek Lee to corral it as well. And it's an impressive defense from the Marlins, and Ortiz robbed of a hit.
Well, what a nice play by Castillo. I mean, he is way out on that outfield grass. He knocks it down, just barely gets the glove on it to knock it down, and then chases it down and makes the off-balance throw to first base to get the out. Terrific play by the Marlins second baseman. He's a good 20 feet out on that outfield grass when he makes that off-balance throw.
Here's Millar's 1 for 3. Has been hit by a pitch tonight. He needs a hit here to keep the inning going, or a walk, as Gabe Kapler waits on deck. Red Sox trying to give him a chance to complete the cycle tonight. Red Sox with 7 extra base hits tonight. 5 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run. And Kapler a home run shy of hitting for the cycle. 2-1 to Millar. Red Sox a season high 14 games over 500 coming into tonight's action. As Brandon Lyon warms up in the pen, currently a save situation. Strike to Millar evens things out at 2-2. Red Sox trying to get their 28th win at home. They're 27-11 at Fenway Park. They would match the A's for baseball's best home winning percentage if the Red Sox can hold on and win tonight. Oakland A's are 28-11, also .718 winning percentage. Payoff pitch to Millar. Line foul. Gets the sign and the payoff pitch. Inside ball 4, and Gabe Kapler will indeed have another chance to try and complete the cycle tonight. Kapler with a double in the third, a single in the fourth, a triple in the sixth, another double in the sixth inning. Driving in 3 runs so far tonight in his Red Sox debut, and a standing O from the 34,804 who appreciate his efforts in his first night in Red Sox uniform. Out off the right side. Here's a second look for Gabe Kapler at Nate Bump. First, 2 down, and the 0-1. A big cut there, but he's in the hole. 0-2.
Coming into today's game, he had a .217 average here at Fenway Park. That has certainly improved tonight.
4 for 4 is the way of doing that for you. The 0-2 to Kapler. Inside. Wastes 1-2. Have to be careful wasting one now if the warning's already been passed out. But he's still standing, hoping he can do it. The 1-2 got him. So a strikeout. First time they've retired Kapler, and he'll still get a warm hand from Fenway. Red Sox on top 9-6. Sox baseball on Nesson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, Dodge, Foxwoods Resort Casino, Crown Royal, and by your New England Ford dealers. Back at Fenway, 9-6. Red Sox on top as we head to the ninth. The defensive change for the Red Sox. Damian Jackson takes over in left field. He's been nursing an injured thumb, but he is out there for defensive purposes. And Brandon Lyon, the new Boston pitcher.
Brandon Lyon, a perfect 9 for 9 in save opportunities this season. Not a lot of run in his last 6 appearances in that stretch, going 1-0 with 3 saves. That covers the 9 1/3 innings.
Alex Gonzalez to lead it off, and on the first pitch grounds it to Nomar. It was quickly one away.
The left fielder, number 22.
And down for Brian Banks. Marlins left fielder is 0 for 3 tonight. Out after the first pitch, fouls it off. And then Lyon trying to close it out for Tim Wakefield tonight. As Wakefield in search of his 7th win, coming in at 6-3. At 7 1/3 innings tonight. Mike Timlin went 2/3 shutout innings in the 8th. This is through into right field, a base hit. So the number 9 hitter Brian Banks with a base hit.
Stay tuned after the game for WB Mason's Extra Innings, New England's Red Sox post-game show with extra highlights, extra interviews, and extra analysis, hosted by Bob Rogers and a lineup of insightful studio analysts. After the last inning, the action is just beginning.
I noticed a change in the script there. It's no longer new.
No, they're not new anymore. They've been there a while now. Everybody knows them. They're insightful now. And they earn that reputation of being insightful.
Gabe Kapler will be enjoying the insightful crew after the game. Juan Pierre has been a pest in this game. He has been on all 4 times that he has batted tonight. 3 hits and a walk for him. He has stolen 2 bases and scored 2 runs. The center field falling fast, and that one's going to get in for a hit. Up to second base goes Brian Banks. And this will bring the tying run to the plate for the Marlins here in the top of the 9th inning. After one quick out for Brandon Lyon, back-to-back base hits, and now 4 hits in the game for Juan Pierre.
Juan Pierre is certainly doing his job tonight as a leadoff hitter, on base 5 times. 4 for 4 with a walk. He's got a couple of steals. He's got a couple of bunt base hits.
To the mound goes Mirabelli. Tim Wakefield looking on, hoping that Brandon Lyon can finish things off for him. Is in search of his 7th win. The Red Sox in search of their 47th win of the year and their 28th home win.
You could see in that shot too, the coach Dallas Williams telling the outfield, there's nothing over your head. You play deep in this situation. You want to make sure the man at the plate does not get in the scoring position. Deep all the way around from left center to right.
Luis Castillo 1 for 4 with a run scored. Second base, Nomars there, flips backhanded it in time. Nicely done as Garcia Parra's progress was taking him to the outfield. He flips backhanded and they erase the middleman, Juan Pierre.
Well, there are a number of tough parts to this play, obviously, and the first one is just getting to this ball up the middle, and then once he gets it, watch this backhanded flip. Freddie Sanchez does the proper thing. He makes himself a first baseman here. Turns, faces Garcia Parra, stretches out like a first baseman to take the throw. So two guys making a very nice play.
So 2 down, runners at the corners now. And Ivan Rodriguez 1 for 4 in the game with a run driven in. Red Sox on top 9-6, 2 down here in the top of the 9th inning. Ivan Rodriguez is the potential tying run here at the plate.
I think here too you want to stay away from Rodriguez. If he's going to beat you long ball, you got to try to make it to the opposite field. You don't want to leave something on the inner half that he can use that short left field wall to beat you, or I should say to tie you.
Does have 9 home runs this season. It's 2-0. This is the first time Brandon Lyon has faced Ivan Rodriguez.
And you see the first 2 pitches away from Pudge Rodriguez. A little closer than I think Grady would like this one.
The Sox are enjoying a 9-2 lead into the 8th. And the Marlins scored 4 times. There's a strike. 2-1. Away again.
Yeah, away again, this time on the corner. See where Mirabelli's set up. If he's going to beat us, he's going to have to hit it out to the opposite field.
Rodriguez has gone back and forth with Rob Drake all night tonight, too. As he swings and misses, and it's 2-2. Got to be thinking anything close, he's going to have to swing with the relationship those two have had tonight. $34,804 standing at Fenway. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning. 9-6. Red Sox on top and trying to finish it off. Chopped up over the mound and into center field, a base hit. From third comes Brian Banks with the 7th Florida run, and it's now 9-7, and we play on. So Ivan Rodriguez with an RBI single into center, and this will bring Dave Wallace, the pitching coach, to the mound.
Yeah, now you got to face the guy that leads the National League in home runs, in Mike Lowell. Again, they stay away, but Rodriguez with some nice hitting. Takes that outside pitch and just tops it right over the head of Lyon into center field for the base hit. He's got 3 ribbies on the night. Now you got to tip your cap to the Marlins in this one. They have not laid out. You know, last night they get beat badly. They are way behind in this game, 9-2, but they battle back to make it a game.
Mike Lowell is 0 for 4 tonight.
Number 19.
Ball in the air 4 times. And it stands in again. The NL's league leader, 24 home runs coming into tonight's action. One behind the major league leader, Carlos Delgado, has 25 to begin the day. Strike 1 to Lowell. Marlins with the potential tying runs on base. And Castillo at second, Ivan Rodriguez at first. And 2 outs in the 9th. Now the 0-1. Strike 2. 0-2.
Well, now Lyon does not have to throw a strike for a couple. Maybe get him to chase a breaking ball.
In the air to right field. Kapler on the move, going back in front of the wall. Can't make the catch. It's gone. An amazing 3-run home run for Mike Lowell has placed the Marlins on top 10-9. 2 outs, 2 strikes, 9th inning, and the National League's leader in home runs has gone deep for the 25th time, and this time puts the Marlins on top.
No balls, 2 strikes, too close to the strike zone. They say you got to beat you to the opposite field. Well, certainly Lowell did here on an 0-2 pitch.
The first blown save for Brandon Lyon. And Encarnacion sends it foul off the right side.
No balls, 2 strikes. Watch the pitch. Outside part of the plate. And Lowell just takes it into that Red Sox bullpen. I thought for sure, Don, and they were going to try to waste maybe a slider or 2, see if he chased something. They stay fastball. They get the corner, and Lowell, being the home run hitter he is, hits it out.
The third, nice play by Miller, and he throws to first to end the inning. Well, amazing inning for the Marlins as they have taken the lead 10-9 as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Back at Fenway, and the tale of 2 stories there. Brandon Lyon blowing his first save of the year, and Mike Lowell with a 3-run home run to put the Marlins on top 10-9. Brandon Lyon stunned, as is Grady Little. He watches that one leave the yard, and he watches the Marlins score 8 runs, 8 hits, and have 2 home runs over the last 2 at bats, as they scored 4 times in the 8th, 4 times in the 9th. And the Red Sox now trying to provide a run here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Braden Looper, the closer, is on.
2 innings ago, probably didn't expect to be in this game. 13 saves and 15 opportunities for Looper. He is Florida's all-time leader in games pitched with 300 and now 32.
Facing a pinch hitter in Todd Walker, pinch hitting for Doug Mirabelli, who had been 1 for 4 tonight. And for a strike.
97 miles an hour on that last fastball.
Looper, 28 years of age, from Pembroke Pines, Florida. Last year had 13 saves for the Marlins, now in his 5th season as a member of the Florida Marlins. To left field, Brian Banks moving over, and he'll make the catch shy of the warning track, back into his right for out number 1. And another pinch hitter in lieu of Freddie Sanchez. Looks like Jason Varitek will make his way to the plate.
Number 33, Jason Varitek.
Sanchez had been 1 for 4 tonight. Varitek carves it foul off the left side. Well, the Red Sox do indeed drop this one. This will be one of the more crushing defeats of the season, a game in which the Red Sox enjoyed a 9-2 lead. After crushing the Marlins last night, the Marlins coming all the way back tonight. Varitek plants this off the wall in left. Kicks up into the air. By the time Juan Pierre can gather it, Varitek stands at second base with a 1-out pinch hit, wall ball double, and the tying run in scoring position.
Well, Varitek gets a huge break on this, because if this ball hits on top of the scoreboard, it's probably going to be a single as hard as it's hit. But it hits the top of the scoreboard and just bounces straight up, and that's just enough to give Varitek the double. An inch higher, that ball hits the wall, and he's probably going to single. And that gets the man in the scoring position for the Red Sox, that big high bounce off the top of the scoreboard.
Johnny Damon 1 for 5 tonight from the top spot in the Red Sox order. Missing away. Pitcher of record now for the Marlins is Nate Bump, who has a chance to pick up his first major league victory tonight in his debut. Damon sends it to center. Pierre coming on, dives and makes the catch, and they will double off Jason Varitek at second base to end the ball game. So a great head-first diving catch by Juan Pierre to rob Damon, and a double play at second base, and an amazing comeback tonight for the Florida Marlins, who win it 10-9.
Not a good gamble taken here by Jason Varitek. He thought that ball was going to drop in, but Juan Pierre, with the great speed, makes the diving catch and the double play at second base. You just can't take this chance in this situation. Juan Pierre completely outstretched, and now the easy double play as Varitek was around to third base.
Lyon, who first thought that one was going to get in, only to find out that not only would it be an out, but turn into a double play and end the evening. And again, the first blown save for Brandon Lyon. And Looper on the other side as he realizes he has saved it for the Marlins tonight. The win again, 10-9, and Jason Varitek with the tough news once he reaches third and finds out that that ball was caught. Very frustrating evening here tonight at Fenway Park, and that's what ended it. As the Marlins, in an amazing comeback with 4 runs in the 8th, 4 runs in the 9th, were down to their last out and strike when Mike Lowell did a 3-run home run. Bump is indeed the winner. First major league victory for him in his career. Brandon Lyon takes the loss 3-4, and Braden Looper gets the save.
Well, the Foxwoods chance play of the game, the 2-out, 2-strike home run by Mike Lowell, his 25th of the season. He leads the National League. It gives the Marlins a tremendous comeback in this game tonight. The Foxwoods chance play of the game.
So again, in front of 34,804, the final score: the Marlins 10, the Red Sox 9. For Jerry Remy, this is Don Orsillo saying so long from Fenway. Now it's time for the WB Masons Extra Innings with Bob Rogers and Jim Rice.
Donnie, thanks very much. We're stunned, obviously, in the studio, as is, I'm sure, everybody across New England watching this ball game. I don't want anybody to tell me about running the scores up. When you have a team down, you have to score as many runs as you can. I don't care what the score is. And that's basically, I think, later in the ball game, the Red Sox didn't do that.
Well, I would like to do it on the road, but especially at home. You know, played here and have seen a lot of runs in this ballpark. You can't stop. You have to continue getting runs after runs after runs, and see how many you can get, and just go for it.
Absolutely. All right, WB Mason's Extra Innings is coming up. Gabe Kapler will be our guest. Very big night for the newest edition of the Boston Red Sox. Unfortunately, he watched one of the more devastating losses of the season. Stay with us. We're right back with you in just a couple minutes.